I'm David Gross with Conde Systems, back with you to share a little bit of my wisdom for sublimation success. Well, this summer I had the opportunity to travel a lot and teach. I taught at a couple of conferences, and I traveled with my trusty SG3110 printer here and my laptop and had a lot of fun teaching sublimation. Well, one of the things I wanted to do this summer, at the end of each session, I wanted to surprise the folks that I had been teaching. And so what I did is I did iPhone covers for them. Except I did a little bit different, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I've created, through some simple pull things together kinds of tricks, I've put together what I'm calling is my iPhone printing kiosk. And what that means is that your clients, if you have a retail environment, your clients can walk in, take out their iPhone, pick out their image that they want to have a cover on, and push print, and lo and behold, they can have their cover in under 2 minutes. It's just amazing, it's simple, it's inexpensive, and you can do it. So what I have here is I have my 3110, and I've loaded it with our mug paper, and it saves paper, and so it makes it a little bit quicker and faster. Then I have my laptop, and I've hooked up a bigger monitor to my laptop so you can see a little bit better of what's going on. And of course I have my iPhone 5 here, and that's what we're going to use today. And I'm going to make a cover with our brand new case, and it isn't shipping yet, but it will be soon. This is what we call the Jubilee case, and I'll explain to you a little bit more, but it's a fantastic new, more tough iPhone case. Okay, so we'll talk about it in just a little bit. Okay, so first let's take a little break here so I can show you what's going on my iPhone. Okay, what we have here is Photoshop Elements 10 open and ready to go here. And on the laptop I've installed a little piece of software that broadcasts to the iPhone to let it know there are printers. I've gone in and created a printer, which you'll see in just a second, my iPhone kiosk printer. And that's the printer the printer's going to print to, the iPhone's going to print to. Now, the laptop needs to be on a network like a wireless network. If you don't have a wireless network, you can create what's called an ad hoc network, and I will provide instructions on how to do that in a little white paper. So this laptop is turned on, Photoshop Elements is running, and this is connected to the Conde wireless network that we use and our employees use. It's an open network, there's no security. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my iPhone, and I'm going to walk you through the screens as if your customer is walking in the door. So you've got this all set to go. Your client walks in the door and decides, hey, I want some sort of sublimated item. Now you could use this system to produce any sublimated product with a photo that's on the iPhone. So it isn't restricted to iPhones, iPhone covers, things like that. Okay, first we'll unlock our phone. And what you want to do first is you need to connect to your wireless network. So you go to Settings, and you'll see Conde, we've already chosen it. Now the iPhone must be on the same wireless network as the laptop for the two to talk. So we'll just pretend like we're choosing that. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to go to our photos. I've already pre-chosen it. We're going to turn the phone landscape so it'll be a little bit nicer viewing here. And we're going to push this bottom button right here, whatever it's called. I'm not sure what it's called. That, and it'll pull up our choices, and you'll see one of them is print. So we're going to choose that. Pulls up our printers, and you'll see it's already chosen, so let's re-choose it. Okay, and there you go, I choose it. And all we got to do is push print. Now what's happening is, in a very few seconds, it's going to appear over here on my laptop. In fact, it already has. It's that simple. There's our opening, and we're going to hit OK to go ahead and pull it into Elements. All right, there's our image. It was that easy and that quick. And now we're going to print it. So to print it, we're going to go up here to File, and of course go down to Print. This screen is going to give you some options. I'll pull it over here on the big monitor, make sure everybody can see it. Okay, now I've chosen my SG3110 up here at the top under Printer, right up here, and I've named it the Conde iPhone Kiosk. And I've already made the correct printer settings here, up here. Now the paper size, I created a paper size that's appropriate for an iPhone cover. Okay, and I named it iPhone 5, interestingly enough. Photoshop already chose the correct orientation, so it's taking care of that for me. And pretty much everything's okay. Now the selected print size, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to re-choose custom. And you'll see another screen that I'll pull over. And this screen just simply says scale to fit media, which we want it to. And we're going to hit OK. And so it's that easy. Now let's just say we wanted to focus on something inside the photograph here. We can use this little gizmo to make it bigger, like that. You see that? Okay. We can also, once it's bigger, we can also use our hand here and reposition it, you know, around, so we can, you know, maybe change what's in the photograph. And remember that there's the cutout for the flash, so you know you want to make sure there's nothing quite right, you know, quite going to interfere with the flash there. So anyway, essentially you really had to do nothing other than push print, assuming you had chosen the iPhone paper size for the 5. And then, of course, we just come down here and print. So I've already flipped it in the More Options section down here, and we're just going to push print. And our paper comes out just that fast. Okay, it's formatted for it. Obviously, it's mirrored here, you can tell. Quality looks great. I'm going to get my insert and make sure everything fits. Here's our insert, and you can obviously turn it one way or the other. It's either this way or this way. So I think I'm going to go with like this. And if you'll camera come in and just look, you can see that I've done a great job with defining my paper size so that it is a perfect you know, size for the iPhone 5 Jubilee insert. Okay, we're back, we're at our press, and we're going to sublimate. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the peel coat off our metal here, and it takes a little fingernail or other methods. So we got it off, okay. And now we're going to swing our press, and generally, you know, you press 400 degrees, you know, about 45 seconds, relatively light pressure. And so we'll put our little paper here, and got it here, and we're going to position our insert right on top. So we'll get all lined up here, and looking good, looking good. Okay, and some people will tape it down. You know, if you can do things without moving things around, you know, you don't need to. There we go. You know, spin it around here. And with the Dynasub metal, you want to use light pressure. If you use too much pressure, what you'll get is you'll get what looks like watermarks, and it just means you've pushed too much pressure. So we close the press, and you know, it's about right pressure, about right. And so do it. I was telling people this summer when I set up this kiosk here in Las Vegas at a big hotel, I couldn't persuade the folks to come over and look at what I was doing. So the very short version of the story, I started doing iPhone covers for the hotel staff. And I probably did 100 covers in the space of an hour, and it was very successful. And you know what? I think I got the attention of some of the folks that I was teaching, that people really do want these products. And they do. And using this system, there's very little effort required by your clients. They walk in your shop, you got your wireless set up, they log into it by just pushing a little button, and they're able to instantly print to your system. The best thing is you can provide them with any of the thousands of products that we have for sublimation. Sublimation truly has gone viral. And so we'll flip it over here, and I'll spin it around so you can see it, but wow, it looks great. This young man here is my middle son. Finch is his name, Finch Gross, and he has done very well at running this year, so I'm very proud of him, and he's a senior there at McGill-Tulane High School. Okay, the cover we're going to use is the Jubilee cover. It's an iPhone 5 cover, and it's sort of a tough cover. Let me explain. It's really two parts. Okay, this is a rubber bladder, and you put the phone in here, relatively heavy duty, would protect it from some falls. Each of the corners on here is beefed up. So in the event of fall, you know the drill. You're likely to hit a corner. So that goes in the center. This is the plastic part, of course, that goes on the outside, and this, of course, is where our insert is. And so we're going to pull the tab, put the insert in, and then put it on my phone, and I'll take it home to my son tonight. This phone uses the 3M adhesive. We've switched most of our covers now to 3M adhesive, provide a more consistent adhesive. And so we're ready to put the insert into the cover. What we do is we cinch the line. Now, I got lots of excuses for not doing this well, by the way, because I'm left-handed. And so I always struggle with some of these kinds of things. But lo and behold, even I can do it. Even I can do it. Even a caveman like me can do it. And so there we go. Looks great. All right, let's assemble it. Put it all together is our finished product. And again, you can do this at your shop, the whole process in under 2 minutes. That's how fast you can do it. And it's very exciting. I mean, it's like instant gratification. So you'll put the phone in here in its little cradle. Got rubber everywhere, okay, all the way around. And then you take this and you just pop it in, just like this. And you got you just an awesome tough cover. Awesome tough cover, and of course the best part is it's personalized just for you. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to publish a white paper on exactly how to set up the system. It's essentially almost free. If you've got a laptop, you may need a wireless little network for your place, but if not, you can. If you're in a location that doesn't have wireless, you can create you an ad hoc network. So I'll go over that. Please, I welcome your feedback. And this has been David Gross with Conde Systems. Till we meet again, thank you.